Hi Kabibis! Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and it's me again, Jane. I will be sharing some useful information about how to change your RDO. Okay, so first, I'd like to say I am so ecstatic today that I was able to create a new video again for quite some time. I was extremely busy for the past few months because I was processing a lot of documents. And here in the Philippines, it really takes time to get some documents because there are so many requirements. But then again, I will help you learn something about one of the processes that I did last 2 months for the last 2 months, and this is about how to change your RDO. Okay, let's get started. So how do we change your RDO and why do we change our RDO? Let's answer the second question first. Okay, so if you wish to change your RDO or Revenue District Office registration from City A to City B, so this is what you do. Especially if you will be residing and operating to City B, of course, you would want to be registered in an RDO office or RDO that is near to you. There, we've answered the second question. Now, let's go to the main point. How do you change your RDO? My first advice to you will be to call the BIR trunk line. This is especially if you don't know what RDO you are registered at. Okay, and how do we do that? So it's simple. Let's use Google. So here you go, guys. For you to know the BIR trunk line, you'll just type in BIR contact number or trunk line, and then here you can see at the upper part www.bir.gov.ph. You just click that. I believe this is the main website of the BIR, and here you can see many numbers. Okay, so at the top part you can see the trunk line here. There you go. And if there are some specific inquiries under Public Information and Education Division direct lines for tax queries, you can use those numbers. But since we are just going to ask our RDO number, you can contact these. Okay, so once you have reached someone from the BIR, you would want to ask some specific questions like what's your current RDO number? And also don't forget to ask about the address. In my part, I was previously registered to RDO 038, and RDO 038 is located in Quezon City, Quezon Avenue, Fisher Mall to be specific. And it's actually quite easy to find the RDO in Fisher Mall because there are many signages there, and you can simply ride in the elevator and it would directly bring you to the floor where the BIR location is. And also, it is important for you to ask the RDO of the city that you will be residing your company at. So for example, you will operate your business in Caloocan City like me, because I'm living in Caloocan City. My RDO number is 027. So remember that, guys, you need to ask for the old and new RDO because those numbers will be filled out. You will fill out those numbers in the form that I will be showing you later on. Okay, so once you have decided to go and change your RDO, you would need to go to your current RDO. Okay, so for example, if your RDO is in Quezon City, RDO 038, at the Fisher Mall, you will go directly there. And to be honest, I have searched and tried if I could change my RDO online. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find some ways to do that online. I think it's best if you go to the RDO, and it's actually quite of an easy process. Okay, so once you have reached the RDO location, you will fill out a contact trace form, and then you can ask the security guard or someone from or someone inside a staff who is giving the form, and you can tell him or her what your agenda is. Okay, don't worry, guys, because although there are so many booths inside the BIR, the personnel or the staff would actually would actually accommodate you and tell you where to go. Just don't be hesitant on asking any questions. Okay, so having said that, when I was in the Fisher at RDO at the Fisher Mall, so there is a booth at the left side, and then there's a lady there who's responsible of asking people what their agenda is inside the BIR. That staff gave me the form 1905. This is how 1905 looks like. Okay, so this is actually back to back. It's quite long, I know. Yeah, but you don't need to fill out all the boxes or blanks there. Just those fields that are required or that is related to your agenda. And by the way, the personnel would actually give you a number coupon, and then you just wait for your turn to be called in the specific in you just wait for your turn to be called in the specific booth who processes the change for RDO. And while you are waiting, so you could fill out all the information that you needed. So here is a closer look of how an RDO BIR form number 1905 looks like. The things that I've just filled out there are TIN, RDO code 038, for example, and then your contact number. Next is your registered name, so last name, first name, and then middle name. Or registered name for non-individual. And then you can skip the second part, which is number 5. And let's go here at number 7. So here you can see letter B, change in registered address. And then you will click the box for transfer to another RDO. So for example, your old RDO or your current RDO is 038. You'll put it there. And then to new RDO, for example, you will be residing or operating in Caloocan. You would like to put 027. And then of course, your registered address. And in here, I put the address that is given on my TIN or tax identification number, because it's where I am living as well, although it is not the address that I am operating at. But for me to have no more any conflicts, I wrote the address that is already written in my TIN ID. Okay, so there, actually the process only took, I think, less than 5 minutes. To be honest, it felt like 1 to 2 minutes only. That's how fast it is. And I asked the staff as well who processed my 1905 form of how long it would take. Well, he told me that it would take 7 days for the changes to reflect in their system. So there, and you're done. And then once you're done and he was able to process your request, your 1905 will have a stamp, And the stamp looks like this. Okay, so there. And then voila, you're done. So that's how easy it is to change your RDO. Maybe the only problem you will be experiencing is the transportation. Okay, so I've experienced back in November or December. Yeah, I've experienced back in December that it's quite hard to travel nowadays. I'm not even used to it because I've been staying at home for quite some time now and I'm not used to traveling alone. So there is no bus going directly to Quezon City from my place, Novaliches. So it took me, I think, 4 rides before I was able to reach the Fisher Mall, RDO 038. But it's all okay because the process went smooth and I didn't experience any hassle on my part. And the staff inside the RDO are also accommodating, so you will not have a hard time. So yeah, that's it for my video. And for my next video, I will be sharing on how to apply for your COR or Certificate of Registration for business people and also for subcontractors like me, an online tutor. So if you are planning to apply for a 0 to 5% tax in your tutoring company, then my next video is for you because it will be about how to apply for your COR and getting your sworn declaration. So I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for you to be updated on my next videos. See you again. Bye-bye.